guys, it's our 4-year wedding anniversary.
Fourth.
We met.
2010.
We started dating.
In 2011.
We got engaged.
In 2014.
And then we got married.
In 2015.
But before we get started, make sure you click the subscribe button. How did we meet?
You want the romantic one or the non-romantic one? Are we talking like how we met as friends or how we met as like couple?
What do you mean? You only meet one way. We met like a long time ago.
8 years.
It's a long time ago. When we met, it was actually through a mutual friend. I moved to Texas for college and I didn't know anyone, not a single person. So I decided to get a job because 1, I needed money, and 2, I wanted something to do, and 3, I just wanted to meet people. I started working at Hollister. So throwback to that, and I met this guy and he told me that I should come hang out sometime, so I did, and guess whose roommate he was? Ding, ding, ding.
That's how we became acquainted with each other.
Acquainted. That's actually a good word because I didn't like him.
And I didn't like her. Very much a storybook beginning.
Yeah, you don't see like romantic, well, maybe you do see romantic comedies.
They usually don't like each other in the beginning.
Name a romantic comedy where they don't like each other. It doesn't happen.
Yes, it does. Where they clash.
Where they like don't, yeah.
At the beginning of The Notebook, she was like, this guy's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
The Notebook.
Moulin Rouge.
What?
No, I'm
They
just kidding.
didn't not like each other.
No, they liked each other.
I was like,
anyway.
we did not like each other when we
No.
first met.
It didn't take long to realize that I actually did like her, but I liked her more than I thought I did. I kind of pursued her.
Like, he would try to find ways to like spend time with me.
I was smart.
It was like funny because he was kind of a jerk. I hung out with his roommates a lot. Over time, we just kind of built up a friendship. There was like one night when I went over to their apartment to actually hang out with the other roommate, but they weren't there yet. So while I was waiting, it was just me and Lance.
We sat in kind of silence for a little bit. I think she was studying and I was studying a little bit. I didn't really know what to say. I think we started talking about music.
We talked about just different things like music, movies, TV shows, and we actually realized that we had a lot in common, which I didn't want that to happen because I didn't really like him. And then after that point, we started hanging out more.
One of the biggest selling points for me, my dog, Magnum, was crazy about her. She was obsessed with him too. So
this was before Maddie was in the picture.
Yeah. She went on her little Christmas break and
I was going back to where my parents lived, which was Albuquerque, New Mexico, which was like 12 hours away from where we were going to school in Texas. Literally, I kid you not, every day I was there, he would like text me or message me or call me, and he was like trying to convince me to go on one date.
Just one.
And I was like, no.
I've been trying for a month or 2 before she left,
Yeah.
and nothing ever came of it. So
Just to go on a date.
Yeah.
You have to understand, like, I didn't even want to date. I am very ambitious and career oriented. So I was like, no boys, I'm just gonna focus on my schoolwork.
So I continued the pursuit while she was gone, because I think she was gone for like 4 or 5 weeks. Waited till she got back, and
He wore me down, guys.
I'm persistent. That's what I am, so.
It was like, it got to the point where it was like, fine, let's just go.
Yep.
So then we went on a date.
That's true.
And it was actually really fun. We went to a Stars game. And what's
Stars.
funny, okay, so he's vegan and I'm vegetarian, but when we first met, we weren't. We actually went to like a Texas Roadhouse.
I think we did, yeah.
For dinner.
While she was gone, I went home for a couple of days to see my parents. And was just talking to my mom one night, and I was like, hey, I met this girl. I was like, I'm gonna marry her one day. My mom was like, no. And I was like, no, I promise you, I will marry this girl one day.
And now we're married. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, so before we even got together, I was calling it. I feel like when you know, you know. Well,
I didn't know.
Yeah, we dated for,
a few years. And then I went to go do an internship in Los Angeles. And when I did that, we broke up.
split skis, man.
We split.
Long distance is rough.
I don't know, you're young.
Yeah, I wasn't completely comfortable with myself, I'll say, like with where I was at career-wise, and then like even like emotionally wise. I would think I was in the right headspace to deal with someone being gone. Yeah.
We were young. It was very early. So we had been together for, a little over 2 years.
It was rough, but I also think we were a lot better because it happened. Long distance is hard, and if you guys make it work, if you're in a long distance or have done it before and it worked out,
Definitely people can do it. I wanted to make it work, but I think for him, it was just such a challenge for him that
it was rough.
couldn't.
We still talked and stuff.
Yeah,
after we
we
split.
talked while I was out there. I feel like for us, we were so young, and for me, like, I didn't date a lot of people. I had a couple boyfriends like throughout high school, but I didn't have anything serious at this level. It was nice to be able to have like a serious relationship, and then when we broke up, I could date again like as an adult, because it's so different dating in college than it is in high school. It was a really nice summer to focus on myself and figure out what I wanted out of life, because I think while I was in college, I kind of looked at it from the perspective of what he was doing, and so it was nice that I was able to kind of focus on me.
We kind of saw how things were without the other person and realized, hey, I think we're actually better together.
I think that's a Jack Johnson song.
It is. It talks about banana pancakes and things.
Banana pancakes.
It's a
and
song.
banana
My bad.
pancakes.
Banana pancakes. Sorry, Jack Johnson. One of the main reasons that I knew there was something different, there was something unique about our relationship as opposed to previous ones I'd had in the past. Me as a person was a lot different with her than I was with anyone else. I felt more secure. Like, I trusted her more. I've suffered with insecurities. I would feel not good enough.
I think a lot of the time relationships don't work out because people have insecurities or they're trying to hide something, so they act different than how they like genuinely want to be. And I feel like when I met him, his insecurities were kind of screaming louder than who he really was. And
Right.
I think that's why I didn't necessarily like him at first. But once you kind of like peel that back and I got to know him, it kind of showed me a different side.
The thing I admire most about my wife is her ambition to accomplish things in her life. That's always been a huge thing for me. The way that she supported me throughout all these years, I've went through a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And she's always been by my side for the highs and then picking me up and pushing me forward through those low times. When you're married to your best friend, that's really the best thing. And how much I've grown because of her has been huge. I can't say enough. I can't thank her enough for those instances in my life where she's helped me out. She's gorgeous, dedicated, hardworking, intelligent, caring, very selfless. I could name a whole nother list of times that I've seen her be selfless. There's just so much stuff about her that I'm intrigued by, that I love, that makes me feel cared for.
Lance is my best friend. Obviously, he's attractive and has big muscles. I like his compassion and the way that he can look at other people and he can instantly relate with them. And I think it takes someone really strong and really brave to show compassion not only for people but for animals. And he continues to show me in various ways on how he can support us in our life together. Maybe not in the most traditional sense, but he takes care of us, and I appreciate that. He takes care of the things that I don't have to think about, and that's a huge blessing. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. We post new videos every Sunday. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, our handles are below.
Ding, ding.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, boo. Love you.
Love you.